The thing always happens that you really believe in, and the belief in a thing makes it happen. The First Punic War began when Rome intervened in a dispute on Sicily, a land of immense strategic importance between Italy and Africa. Carthage ruled the sea. Rome ruled the land. At first, the Romans were helpless at naval combat, but they adapted. They built their own fleet and invented the Corvus boarding bridge, a device that allowed Roman soldiers to storm enemy ships and turn sea battles into infantry fights. After 20 years of brutal warfare, the decisive battle came at the Aegates Islands in 241 BC. Carthage was crushed. Sicily was lost. For the first time, Rome became a power beyond the Italian mainland, but the Carthaginians would not forget. In Carthage, a young boy named Hannibal Barca swore an oath before his father, "I will never be a friend to Rome." After defeat, Carthage turned to rebuild its strength in Spain. There, Hannibal, the son of Hamilcar Barca, rose to command the Carthaginian army. He inherited his father's hatred for Rome and a genius for war. In 218 BC, Hannibal did the impossible. He led over 50,000 soldiers, 9,000 cavalry, and 37 war elephants across the snow-covered Alps, enduring avalanches, freezing winds, and ambushes. Though he lost half his army, Hannibal accomplished one of the most daring feats in military history. He brought the war to Rome's very doorstep. Once in Italy, Hannibal unleashed a storm of victories that shook the Roman Republic. At Trebia, 218 BC, he ambushed the Romans as they crossed the icy river, annihilating them. At Lake Trasimene, 217 BC, he concealed his troops in the mist, surrounding the enemy from three sides. Over 15,000 Romans were slain. At Cannae, 216 BC, came his masterpiece. Hannibal deliberately weakened his center, luring the Romans in, then closed in from both flanks, executing the legendary double envelopment. In a single day, over 50,000 Roman soldiers were killed. Rome was horrified. The city trembled, and the world called Hannibal the greatest military genius of the ancient age. Despite the disasters, Rome refused to surrender. They avoided open battle, cut Hannibal off from supplies, and attacked Carthage's allies abroad. In 210 BC, a new Roman commander emerged, Publius Cornelius Scipio. Young, brilliant, and bold, Scipio studied Hannibal's tactics and used them against him. He conquered Carthage's territories in Spain, then carried the war directly to North Africa. Faced with this threat, Carthage had no choice but to recall Hannibal home. In 202 BC, the two legends finally met face to face. Hannibal versus Scipio at Zama near Carthage. Hannibal unleashed his mighty war elephants, hoping to break the Roman lines. But Scipio's legions calmly opened their ranks, letting the elephants charge harmlessly through. Then he struck back, flanking Hannibal's army and cutting them down. Carthage was destroyed in a single, crushing defeat. Hannibal fled, and Carthage was forced to surrender, giving up its navy, its lands in Spain, and paying a massive tribute. Rome now ruled the Mediterranean world. Scipio was hailed as Africanus, the conqueror of Africa. Decades passed. Carthage rebuilt its economy, too well for Rome's comfort. A Roman statesman, Cato the Elder, ended every speech with the same words: Carthago delenda est. Carthage must be destroyed. In 149 BC, Rome acted. For 3 long years, they besieged the city. The Carthaginians fought with desperate courage, men, women, even children. But in 146 BC, the Roman legions broke through. Carthage burned. Its people were killed or enslaved. And, as legend says, the Romans scattered salt over the ruins so that nothing would ever grow there again. After more than a century of blood and fire, the Punic Wars were over. Carthage was gone, erased from the earth. Rome stood alone, the undisputed master of the Mediterranean. Yet the names of Hannibal and Scipio Africanus still echo through time. Two brilliant minds, two immortal rivals, whose struggles shaped the destiny of the ancient world.